That'll be up to the judge.
Ma'am, can I just say one thing? I didn't have a phone
No,
for
no.
Okay,
Nothing
I'm
else.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't want to say things that you'll regret later without your attorney present.
No, I'm not, Your Honor. I honestly, I think she's just trying to get out of jail.
I'm not.
Okay, Miss Everett, I'm going to mute you again.
She did not
good
call.
I'm not getting the true facts here, apparently. Would you like to have a breakout room with her and talk to her a little bit more about this? I am really close to just letting her sit in jail. Okay, we're now live on YouTube and we are recording this session. So this is case number 24-4260 FY3 Elizabeth Dawn Everett. Is that your full name?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me just double check here. The address we have is 5125 Ellsworth Road in Central Lake for a mailing address. Is that still accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is a bench warrant arraignment for failing to appear for sentencing on or about August 7th of this year. And Mr. Hubble is the arraignment attorney today to assist you through this bench warrant hearing. So Mr. Hubble, have you had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Everett regarding the bond violation and her rights?
I have, Your Honor. Under the circumstances, she would be seeking Mr. Conley's assistance and asking for a hearing on this.
All right, and are you waiving reading of the violation and her rights?
I believe she understands that the alleged violation is that she failed to show up for sentencing on August 7th, and she understands that. And she understands she has the right to ask for a hearing and ask for an attorney, and she'd like to exercise that right, please.
All right, so we're entering a not guilty to the bond violation.
Ma'am, I'm sorry to interrupt. I know that I had missed
wait a minute. Did you let the Mr. Hubble know that you wanted to have a hearing on this?
I guess I misunderstood him. I know that I had missed the hearing, and I know that I am guilty of that. I guess so. I would say I misunderstood him, and I'm sorry that him and I misunderstood him. I don't feel that a hearing is necessary because
you're special.
I was aware of the date and I was aware that I had missed it. I had tried to reach out to my attorney beforehand, before this date, and I was hung up on it. I don't necessarily feel that a hearing is necessary because I know that I have this, knew of the date. Some other things were a factor in me not going, and I wish more than ever that I would have just gone because I just want to get it done and over with as soon as possible.
Okay.
So, but I feel like pleading not guilty looks worse because I'm well aware of what I had done. I've never missed a court date or anything prior to this. I've never ever missed any, ran from anything, missed
okay.
it. So
all right, thank you, Ms. Everett. I think we understand where you're going.
Okay. Yeah.
What we're going to be doing is setting this for a bond violation plea. That would have to be done by the judge. And we're going to set that for the same day as your sentencing. Now, you did miss your sentencing. So we're going to set you for the very next day that Judge Stepka is in Antrim County for.
Yeah, I'd like to get it done.
For sentencing. Obviously, you would like to get it done right away.
Thank you.
That's what we're planning to do. Off the top of my head, we do not know what the next date is.
I was told possibly this coming Wednesday.
Okay, just
Sorry.
hang on there. Hang on. Let me see if we can tell.
Thank you.
Okay, we are going to be setting this for sentencing and bond plea. Looks like he's there on Wednesday, September 4th. So that's next Wednesday.
Okay.
And Mr. Hubble, did you have anything you wanted to say about bond?
With respect to it, she would request that the court allow her to be released on bond pending sentencing. She does have children, I believe. And she was in the process of trying to take care of some other things. There were some transportation problems with why she couldn't show up for court. So I would ask the court to allow her to be released so that she can report herself on September 4th.
And I can't say anything more than I wish I would have on my date on the 7th, that I will be there on the 4th if granted the option for bond.
Okay.
I've never missed anything prior, and I
Well, actually,
understand.
actually, it does look like,
The sentencing was the only thing I've ever missed court-wise. And I wish I could have gone back and been there and made different arrangements to make sure that I was able to be there.
did you complete your PSI with the,
Yes, I had emailed
Ms.
it.
Jacobson?
I had emailed it back. She
Yes?
told me to email it.
Okay, just yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, did you post originally back in February a monetary bond to get out of jail?
Yes, ma'am.
That was $100?
Yes. The charges were much better than, yeah.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
I mean, just kind of, you don't need to volunteer
sorry.
the information. It's okay. Okay, well, hopefully your attorney will be available on the 4th, because we are going to set you for the 4th of September.
Okay.
That is going to be, let me see if I can, I don't know what time that will be. Let's just go with, I'm gonna go with 10:15 right at the moment for lack of anything else.
Okay.
And bond plea will be done the same day. Now you need to be in touch with your attorney right away today, as soon as possible, to let him know that you have a new court date. We are going to go ahead and reinstate your original bond that was set on February 29th of this year with all the same bond conditions
Thank you so much, ma'am.
that you were supposed to do, all right?
Thank you.
Now, should you miss this one for any reason, there will be another restatement.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, so plan to be at the courthouse on the 4th at 10:15. And if the court indicates that you need to be there a little sooner, you need to do so, okay?
Okay. Thank
you. Hang on a second, all right? I want you to stay with us. I don't know if Ms. Jacobs has anything she wants to say about Ms. Everett. Ms. Jacobs?
She did not complete a PSI with me.
Okay, Ms. Everett, just wait.
I emailed it.
Would you wait, Ms. Everett?
Okay.
I'll mute you otherwise. Don't say another word for the moment. Ms. Jacobs?
She did not complete her pre-sentence investigation. It was scheduled, I believe we tried twice. She would not come in.
Can I come in?
Ms. Everett, I'm going to mute you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Jacobs?
She was told to call the probation department the day I spoke to her on the phone to reschedule it. She did not, as she told me she was going to Bear River. And I spoke with Mr. Conley. He couldn't get a hold of her either, and he didn't tell her when to show up.
Okay. So the PSI has not been completed?
No.
All right.
I also have a.
You're muted. Okay, so Ms. Jacobs, maybe we should back this sentencing off to allow you to complete a PSI, or would you like to just go forward with it on the 4th?
I think there might be enough, or I'd like Judge Stupka to just make that call, but if we could have her, we could probably have her at least seen this coming Wednesday.
Mhm.
But I saw this and I just wanted to let you know that that was incorrect. She did not
Okay.
show for the PSI.
All right. Now, Ms. Jacobs, or not Ms. Jacobs, sorry, Ms. Everett, can you figure out how to unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay, now here's what we're going to do,
Okay.
okay? We're going to set you for a plea to the bond violation on the 4th.
Okay.
Now, if the judge wishes to sentence you at that time with your attorney present, that'll be up to the judge.
Ma'am, can I just say one thing? I didn't have a phone.
No.
Okay.
Nothing
I'm
else.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You don't want to say things that you'll regret later without your attorney present. All right, so this is what is happening. You're going to be set for the bond violation plea at 10:15 on the 4th. You will be there in person.
I will.
in this
I will.
case, all right, with your attorney. So you
Yes.
need to be in touch with your attorney right away today. And then it'll be up to the judge as to whether he will take the sentencing also at the same time.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will follow the judge's instructions.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I am still gonna let you out because of the children.
Thank you. Thank you.
The
Thank
only
you, ma'am.
reason we're gonna let you out, okay?
Okay. Thank
Now,
you.
if you fail to appear, there will be a
I
monetary.
will be there. I
fine,
promise.
Or you will sit in jail until sentencing.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right?
I will be.
You are to be in touch with, Ms. Jacobs, would you like to speak with her? prior to
Just
that?
with the children, when she called me, she said that she had lost custody. So
Oh,
Mr. Conley has been appointed to the
we
family
have
custody
visitation.
hearing going on as well. But
We have
I'm
visitation
not
that
sure.
we're doing right now.
okay. All
And
right,
we
hang on a
just got,
second. Miss Everett,
ma'am, we
Please,
have
please.
visitations twice a
Please,
week.
please be quiet. It's
Okay.
probably not in your best interest to talk anymore at this point.
Mr. Hubble, you might want to talk to her again. This is like, I'm not getting the true facts here, apparently. Would you like to have a breakout room with her and talk to her a little bit more about this? I am really close to just letting her sit in jail. And visitation is not having custody of the children. So I think maybe a breakout room might be
Okay.
helpful.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, it's just, yeah, we need a little bit more to go on here.
5 minutes later.
All right, we are back on the record with Miss Everett. Mr. Hubble, would you like to say anything since you were just in the breakout room?
I would, Your Honor. Apparently, the kids are placed temporarily with her sister, but they have one-on-one visitations scheduled for Monday. And the goal of the case is to reunify her with her children. So she would like to be released on bond so she can attend that meeting. She'd also, I've asked her to show up to court on the 4th early. So if Miss Jacobs has time, she could talk to her. She's going to email in the paperwork that she's apparently completed for the bond or for her PSI. And she would ask the court to allow her to be released so she can see her children for that one-on-one visit on Monday and attend court on the 4th at 10:15.
So this one-on-one visit on the 2nd of Monday, that's a holiday. How do we, that's rather unusual for some sort
Okay,
of
she, I guess I would have to contact my
What
foster care.
agency are we talking about here that's arranging this?
It's the foster care lady. Her name is Misty, and we normally go to Gaylor DHS, but she could have rescheduled it because I was brought in yesterday. She, I believe, rescheduled it with my fiance. They were talking about Tuesday, but I'm unsure. My 3-year-old had an ENT appointment on
No,
Friday.
okay,
so we
no,
didn't get to see her.
okay, too much info. I just have to ask
she
what
did-
agency.
It's
It's unusual that they would do this on a Monday.
she did message about rescheduling on Tuesday. I totally forgot about Monday and the holiday. She messaged yesterday shortly before I came in.
2 seconds earlier.
She could have rescheduled it because I was brought in yesterday. She, I believe, rescheduled it with my fiance. They were talking about Tuesday, but I'm unsure.
On a Monday.
She did message about rescheduling on Tuesday. I totally forgot about Monday and the holiday. She messaged yesterday shortly before I came in.
Sure, Jan.
Her name is Misty. We were going through CPS here out of Antrim County is who we originally had.
As far as it's worth, Your Honor, I do know when I was doing those kind of cases that we had coordinated visits through Child and Family Services on Veterans Drive, and they would often schedule things on different days where they would have visitation, but I don't know what the circumstances are with the Child Protective Services case.
Okay, Ms. Jacobs, are you aware of any of this information?
No, I'm not, Your Honor. I honestly, I think she's just trying to get out of jail.
I'm not,
Okay, Ms. Everett, I'm going to mute you again. This
She
is
did
not
not
good.
call the probation department as she was supposed to on June 26th as ordered in court to schedule her PSI. She had not called by July 8th, so the probation clerk set an appointment
I didn't
for
have
her
a phone.
for July 23rd, and that was emailed and mailed to her.
Okay.
She failed to show that day and then called me stating that she was in Petoskey, but then she had a flat tire. She couldn't come in, so I instructed her that she needed to call the probation department and to get an appointment with me. She told me she was going to Bear River on July 26th because Child Protective Services ordered her to. And she still never called the probation department before sentencing. I talked to Mr. Conley in person on August 7th, and I said, I don't think she's going to show. And he stated he had called her and had told her she needed to show for court.
Oh, she
Your Honor,
disappeared. Hang on.
I think we may have lost her
I
connection.
did. I'm bringing her back in,
Thank you.
hopefully. There. Okay.
In court with. I
You're
will
on
provide the
probation.
court-
Ms. Everett, are you on probation?
Yes, ma'am. I could provide
When-
you today with the kids' next visitation.
When were you released? Were you in jail in Petoskey?
Charlevoix, I sat 6 days. Yes, ma'am.
And when were you released?
The end of April.
End of
I
April?
didn't have a phone. I emailed Traverse City, my
Right.
PSI.
Okay, now it's not the time for that, okay?
Okay,
All right.
I'm not trying to get,
No, you're trying to enter a plea. We're not taking a plea today, so.
no, I know, but I'm not trying to
Yes,
make
I'm
you
gonna
upset. I'm
mute you
sorry.
again. I'm gonna mute you again. All right. Here's what's gonna happen, and you know, whether you're
I will be there, I promise.
okay. God, I keep.
Sorry.
All right, Mr. Hubble, given all the information that we have, and Ms. Everett, we are going to remand you until your plea on the 4th. You will be sitting in jail. You can reschedule with whichever agency it is to start the reunification. But right now, there's too much conflicting information here, too many times for not having cooperated with the probation department to even have time to have the sentencing on the 4th. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll see you on the 4th.
So she should contact Mr. Conley and call him so that he can be
Well,
aware.
Right, if she can call from the
I
jail.
did not have a
great.
phone.
If she can call from the jail, that would be good. But if not, the court will notify Mr. Conley as to the hearing on the 4th. And for exactly
Thank
what
you, Your
time
Honor.
it's going to be. Sorry, but that's what we're going to be doing.
What about my visitation on Monday, please? I beg you, please.
Would you let the officers know you've completed your arraignment? Thank you. You're not going anywhere, Miss Everett. Sorry.
I did not lie. I didn't have a